Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you with a little tattoo today. Some Russian tattoos. Someone mentioned that the other day. I was like, oh, Russian, that sounds good. I actually know a little bit of that language. So today we're going to do a little bit of a different type of video. There's a Earth 2 market and data analysis update. For those of you that are new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Referral and Patreon code down below, along with everything else. Now, there's been a lot of negativity around this game scroll in the past couple days. Just wanted to address a little bit of it. The possibility that crypto is only valued at 10 cents per coin, only. Even if, again, we don't know that there is a crypto. All evidence does point to the fact that there is, but we don't have direct confirmation yet. And like I said, might only be valued at 10 cents per coin, which is what the tile started at. And possible that the Ether scan that there is there, it's just to keep track of every transaction. Possibility that it's just there, they're using that to keep track of who's buying, who's selling. This way, it's much easier to go into the scammers. People are trying to glitch the system and say, okay, can't do that. And the possibility that it's only there for that reason and there's no coin. Now, people wanted the developers to limit people to 750 tiles per person because they say it is, that's the only fair way of going about it. I'm going to show you exactly how fairness works in the real world. Outside of the game, outside of, this is real world stuff going here. Bumble, IPO. I've mentioned IPOs before, where it was supposed to start at $43, right? That's where it was supposed to start, where it was supposed to IPO at, where people can buy it. But it didn't actually IPO until 12. So through then, all these institutions, all these people with money that are able to buy with hedge funds, drive the price up. And it actually started trading about $75. So people that had budgeted, saved, pinched their pennies, got stuff between the couch cushions, they had to increase they aimed to buy 10 shares. Now they can only buy, I don't know, it's 430 divided, but now they could only buy, 5 shares. That just happens. And some people complain. Some people want to stand on their hill and just cry victim. But that's just what happens. That happens. Stock market does not care about anyone's feelings. They don't care what's fair. Stock market is actually very notorious for catering to people with money, which, yeah, no, it's not fair, but that's life. That's what happens. Outside of that, people say that I want to buy this price and not this price. They want to buy small and not buy large. Catch you later, homie.
Take care.
Have a good weekend. Be safe.
You too,
love you, brother.
Love you too, man.
And always got to tell your friends that you love them. Just a little nugget there, a little fortune cookie stuff. And they say, okay, I wanted to buy it 10 cents, but now I can only buy it 50 cents, and I'm just not going to buy it now just because I'm salty. And okay, fair enough. But these tiles are probably going to go to several dollars, and then boom, you just missed out on all those profits. Long-term people like myself be like, okay, I missed it when it was 10 cents. I'm not going to make 1,200, 1,500%. I will instead just make 400% instead. They don't get salty, they just see the opportunity, and they go from there. Now, some people make small brain moves. When Tesla did not beat earnings in Q4 of 2020, the stock went from $900 to well below $800. Now, why? Because some people thought that Tesla was losing demand, or they thought that they had to cut prices in order to stay competitive, say there's no room, the competition's coming. But what really happened was that Tesla just found a way to make their cars cheaper. Let's say it cost them this much to make the cars. Oh, we could do this iron casting machine, gets rid of a few parts, and cut down. Now it only costs this much to make the car. Okay, so what did they do? They did not keep the car the same price, although they could have, and claimed all those profits. They could have claimed more profits, but they did not. What they did is they passed off those savings onto us, the healthy consumer. They lowered their price because, again, their goal is not to make money. Their goal is to continue and expedite the process so that people can transition to sustainable energy. And by doing so, they implemented that in the middle of the fourth quarter, where on paper it says, okay, it costs this much to make the car, but now they're selling it for this much. That cuts into their, on paper, profits, even though it's really not costing them anything else. Now, it looks like their margins go under 10%, because even though they implemented their way to save on cost, it doesn't show on paper until the next quarter in Q1. Now in Q1, their margins will go up. We're in Q1 right now. Q1 is from January through March. And so the big brain move was to buy that dip. Nothing changed about the company. Actually, they're going to sell more cars. And it was up here, goes down here. Buy when it's down here. That's what I did. A bunch of other people doing. We're seeing the same thing in Earth 2 right now. That's why I'm bringing it up, is that we have some people who bought tiles at 10 cents. Their investment was over 1,000%. Bird in hand, okay, hey, what's the best way to get this money and lock in these $400 or $500 profits, 500% profits? Because again, you have it at here, but people say, oh, I'm going to sell 10% off, 20%, they sell for this much off just because they want to lock in those profits. So people have no problem paying that because it's still a 500% increase. Now, this brings the immaturity and inexperience to the game that I've noticed. Because again, in this office, what I do here, in my Deadpool riding a unicorn shirt, I am a financial advisor. Now, again, that's in the real world. That's what calling business owners, saying like, hey, I know you're making, $60,000 a month and your profits are pretty small, so you're actually only netting a certain amount. But if I get you this piece of equipment for, this excavator, mini excavator, $30,000, yeah, $30,000 up front. You have to make payments on that. But if that increases your revenue by an extra, 10 grand a month, okay, that makes you money. So again, that's what I do in the real world for the people that say like, oh, get a job. Oh, you neck beard. I did kind of trim a little bit around the, anyway. A lot of people are saying, oh, the game's crashing. No one can sell their land. That's why they're selling it for cheaper. The demand is slowing down. They're not buying tiles the same way that they were. And the demand isn't there. Okay, the demand for tiles has only increased. The demand for these tiles has only gone up. That's why you still have people buying tiles at these record high price points. If there was no demand, people would not buy new tiles. And also, why they're buying new tiles right now instead of the marketplace, part of just location. They want to go into a megacity, Chavez Megacity in Antarctica, link down below. That's why they're doing it. But a lot of people say like, okay, if they just want to do it for whatever reason, they'll buy mostly from the marketplace. Why? Because they're getting the same tiles as they are for a much cheaper price. And instead of getting class 2 or 3 or 4, instead of getting class 4, they have the chance to get 3, 2, or 1. Instead of getting class 3, class 2 or 1. So you get a higher class. So that's why a bunch of these people are doing it. Prices will go up. And again, prices are going up. And they'll go up even further based on a couple of things. Location would be one of them. Now, beachfront, from what the other games that I've seen, is a lot of what people want. I don't think I have it. I think actual Aria Realty has South Miami Beach. He's making a small mega city there, so that might be worth something. That might be worth a lot. Be good to check out. Although location, such as beachfront property, could be, let's say, not as high as some people might think, just because of terraforming tiles. Yeah, people say like, okay, well, I'm just going to terraform these tiles in the middle of the ocean. Boom, beachfront property. Now, this does not include Warring Worlds. Now, before I get into Warring Worlds, I have a story, and I promise it comes back into this. In Texas, I have a friend, remain nameless right meow. She got a knock on her door. The person wanted to buy her house. Like, it was not up for sale. The person said like, hey, can I buy your house? She says no, but she tells her husband about it later that night. And he says to call back. And they give a crazy high number. They give the number double of what they paid for their house 4 years prior. It was accepted on the spot, and not only that, but the condition was they had to move in 3 weeks. So, boom, like that is so huge for them. Now, why am I bringing this up? Money and things seeming expensive is all relative. What's expensive to Texans will seem like a bargain to some people that are coming from California. There's a lot of people coming from California. Adios, senor. To Texas. California real estate is one of the only places where real estate is more expensive than New York. So a house that's $400,000 in Texas, that's the amount of bedrooms, whatever, that same house will run you $3 million in San Francisco. And the people used to those high prices will have zero problem paying double what something's worth because it is leagues less expensive than what they're used to. This happens every market, whether it's in real estate, collectibles, video games. Transitioning this into Warring Worlds, probably a lot of value will come from Warring Worlds. Where is the best location for attacks? Maybe it's close to water, mountains, etc. People will pay top money for unique locations like that. And that's not, I'm not even including mining, not including resources, I'm not including anything. I'm just talking about specifically Warring Worlds. There is so many layers to this game. There's so much stuff that has a potential to drive this price up. Now, how do I know? Because I've seen this in Pokemon. I've seen when there are very few of something, all it takes is a handful of people to drive that price up. The same way that people in Cali are going to drive up real estate prices in Texas. Same way sports cards collectors come into Pokemon with their millions of dollars and they change the market overnight. And, at least at a certain price. Again, you look at me and Aria Realty, both of us together, worth several $100,000 each. Him, a lot of it's in the game. Me, a lot of it's not in the game. But you look at us and you say, like, well, you know what? They're just going to, people with hundreds of thousands of dollars are going to come in and just going to outprice us with everything. I might buy a couple of tiles in whether it's Saudi Arabia, Dubai, UAE. I might. Honestly, a lot of it is going towards my friends. And when I say friends, I mean like my subscribers, my fans. You guys are my friends. I interact with you guys every day. I take away time from my other business for you. So most of my extra money is going to what I promised you guys into Antarctica. Will I get some tiles in Saudi Arabia and say like, okay, or I'm sorry, UAE, Dubai, even Saudi Arabia in the future, wherever, and be able to gift that to you guys? Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that with Essence. I'll do that with whatever. But again, guys like me and Aria Realty that worth several $100,000 each, we are rich small by the guys that are worth 7, 8, or 9 figures. Me and Aria Realty, confusion, ha. And someone else can still buy us 10, 20, 100 times over. Again, I'm the sperm of the sperm whale. Like, think I'm a whale? Okay, I'm sperm of the sperm whale. So something else that I wanted to show you guys that is, I just tagged in on Twitter. I am Randy Cha, whatever that is on Twitter, is a bunch of people saying like, oh, EPL can be upgraded once Essence is available. It's a couple of new things. And actually, you could do heat map now as well. You can do, the satellite, the regular map. You can do heat map as well. Glimpses of Phase 2 are coming out. I'm not 100% sure what this is, but it is a new thing. Somebody let me know what it is. Might have to do Essence, something, I don't know. Anyone else that is more creative than me can definitely go and do that and do the legwork on that. Getting into questions. I only really wrote down a couple today just because I knew this was going to be a semi-long video. What is a Dork Slayer and how do I join his army? Okay, so Dork Slayer is... I've seen a couple of people saying like Dork Slayer, British Dork Slayer, Bananas Dork Slayer, like whatever it is. So I don't know exactly where to go and say, oh, this is Dork Slayer. I would say go try Facebook. There's definitely a group on Facebook, maybe Discord. Type in Dork Slayer, probably pop up. Identify if they're real or not. I don't know. The winners from my last couple of videos contact me for free tiles. They are Lanceboy, Gazger, and Shane Bleakley. You guys are last winners with a couple of videos. Again, that is Lanceboy, Gazger, and Shane Bleakley. Those are it. Guys, again, please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. I love you all. Everyone, comment down below to see what is your favorite Deadpool character? What's your favorite Deadpool? Anything about Deadpool. Tell me what you love. I love you guys. Goodbye.